Hey Stampin' friends, welcome to the Joy Stamping with Rachel. I'm Rachael Coon and it's our Fun Fold Friday. Today I have a really fun fold that can be used with almost any stamp set and any choice of a 12 by 12 DSP. Go on a whole live flip and I'll tell you all about it. All right. Looks like you can see everything great. As always, on Fun Fold Fridays, please comment between now and till midnight tonight. And one lucky person who comments watching either the live or the after live will get the card today in the mail. One lucky winner. So comment away. More comments gives you a higher chance to win. So I love seeing all of those and reading those after we're done. All right, this card today is kind of like an ode to the catalog that is retiring on Tuesday. Well, Monday's its last day and Tuesday it'll be completely gone. I'm using a stamp set called Sweet Farewell. I checked on it this morning and it's actually no longer even available. So that breaks my heart, but I'll still show you how to make this card. And hopefully if you have the stamp set, then you'll find a fun way to use it. But I'm using this cute little luggage pack here, our fun little paper airplane, and the Bon Voyage. I think this is a great stamp set for people who move a lot, which is me, military, or also those who are getting ready to graduate and go on to another adventure. So that's our fun one we'll be using for the front of the card. The card itself looks very just plain, well, you know, normal card. It's not until you open it that you realize how fun this one is because it has a gift bag inside that you can slide in your own little gift card. It is a super cute one, and I love this idea even for Mother's Day, Father's Day. In fact, let me grab you my Father's Day one real quick. Hold on. This is also a sneak peek of a swap I recently made and some new product coming out on Tuesday. So goodbye to this stamp set and hello to this one. This super fun manly card. And this one also has that great little cute bag in the inside using our DSP to put in a little gift card for Father's Day or a birthday. Either way, this one would work for both because it's very vague. But this is a fun new stamp set coming out. Can't wait for you guys to see more of this one. Okay. For this one, so there's two parts. There's the front part and then the inside. Let's go ahead and stamp everything for the front first and get that ready. And then I'll show you all the things we need to use for the inside bag. All right, so I have this cute little tag here. That's for our Bon Voyage. That's with the die cut, the tailor made tags. And this one is in the soft sea foam. I'm gonna use the mint macaroon, which is the same color as our card base today on this soft sea foam paper. Let's grab my Bon Voyage. Make sure it looks like it's nice and inked up. Looks good. And line up and press. Awesome. Love it. I was going with the idea that looks kind of like a tag you would put on your suitcase, a traveling tag. All right, next let's grab our piece of basic white. I have it paired with a mat here. So these ones go, they're about 1/8 of an inch around for my Daffodil Delight and for my basic white. All these measurements will be over on my blog. So if you didn't catch it here, if I didn't say it here, please click over in the description or in the comments below and you can see everything there on my blog. All right, so we have this cute little paper airplane with swirlies behind it. Looks like he's flying. And I have my soft sea foam is what I have for this one now. So I did the opposite for this one. I had the soft sea foam paper and the mint ink. Now we have the basic white with the soft sea foam ink. And this we're just creating a background. So there's no rhyme or reason. I'm gonna make a cool little swirly here with our airplane. I like to do it usually in odds though. So I'll count how many of these airplanes I have. So far I have 3. Let's get, and I don't want them to all line up. I want them to be in different spots on the paper. Let's see, I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can probably get one more. Let's get a little swirl in here. And let's get one more tip in there. And that should be pretty good. Love it. Put that ink away. And let's attach this to our mat. Because this is a basic white, I will use my Seal or Seal Plus on the back of it. I usually am a multi-purpose glue girl because it lasts forever and it has wiggle room. But for basic white, I like to use my double-sided adhesives. I'm just going to go ahead and layer this on. Perfect. And then we can put it even on the front of our card base here. That's our mint macaroon. Macaroon? I always say it wrong. I think it's French. I'm not very good at saying the French words. All right, liquid glue on the back of that one. Attach it to our card front. And now we just need to show you this cute little suitcase here. So for this guy, I stamped it with my Memento ink because that one is our water-based ink and it works great with our stamping blends. Then I went ahead and I just fussy cut it out. I have the list of all the blend colors I used, but as I cut, I'll see if I can remember them all. So the suitcase itself is Daffodil Delight, and I used the dark and the light, and you can see the two different colors. And in fact, I did all of the light one first, and then I added the dark, and then I went back over with the light in the middle, just to create some of that fun shading there. And then on these wheels, I have that smoky slate, and also that cute little zipper. It's a smoky slate and the handle. I used a little bit of Pool Party to make outlines for things that I wanted to be white, but I didn't want to have no color at all. So that's how our cute little tag, looks like a sticker and a tag right there. And then for the handle, I use the Calypso Coral blend for that one. I have both the light and the dark on here. And I think that's about all the colors I used for this suitcase. I was able to say it faster than I was able to fussy cut it out. There is no die for this one, so this is definitely a fussy cut, or you can use a punch or die cut it out the size that you want. I think it looks awesome once it's cut out though. Perfect. Okay. Now let's go ahead and grab our card base back in here. Let's flip this over, and we want to put dimensionals on all of the back except for this corner right here. So keep in mind when we flip it over, which is easy to see since it has the coloring on there. We'll put one on the handle, we'll put one on this corner here, and let's get another one on this corner and one more there. And I'm just adding these dimensionals. These are the leftover dimensionals that are around the dimensional sheet. That's why they look kind of like a weird shape. They're right there. I just cut them off right on the extra from the outline. All right, take off all of the backings for that, flip it over and put it on the bottom left corner of your card front. Grab this guy, either use a glue dot or a little bit of liquid glue, and we're gonna slide it under our suitcase. This is why we left that spot without a dimensional, so that way we can add this one without it getting stuck by the dimensional. Super cute. Okay, that's it for the front. That's how we designed it. Very basic, a main image, some background, and a saying. You can do that with almost any stamp set. All right, for the inside bag, you ready for this? I have a 3x11 piece of DSP. This is the Pattern Party DSP. See on the back, it has the black and white, and on the front, we have this pretty mint macaroon color. I have scored it already. And again, all these measurements will be over on my blog, but I'll read them off to you. So I have it at 1/2, 1 inch, and then I have it at 5, 5.5, 6, and 10 and 10.5. And then on one side of the 3-inch size when we put it in there. So along the whole bottom is at 3/8. You're gonna grab your paper snips and we're gonna find these score lines here. So there's a center one, we're gonna cut on both of the score lines where there's 3 score lines, and then we're gonna remove this center piece. So just follow those little cut marks we've made with the score line as your guide. While we're here, we're gonna miter it, which means we're gonna just cut it at an angle to the top corner, just like that, to create a better tag, and just like that. Then for both the ends, we'll do the same thing and just remove it completely though. So from one score to the last score line on this one, remove it and miter this side by cutting out an angle and the end over here. Cut along the score, turn it, cut it along that long score, remove it, and miter your tag. And that's it for prepping our little base here. Our little cute bag. All right, next let's go ahead and start folding it using our scores. You can use your bone folder if you want, or just lightly crease it. So we have this one, this tag that we've created, and then we have these pieces here. We're gonna fold it in, and it doesn't matter which way you fold it now. We'll play with it later to make it go the right way. Just make sure it's been bendable. There you go. There's one side and this side over here. So fold that in and fold that out. Okay, now what we need to do is one of two things. You can either add our tear tape but not remove the backings, or just go ahead and create our holes. Let's go ahead and create our holes first using a hole punch. I keep it a smaller size instead of like not a typical hole punch size. That makes sense. I'll show you. So this one, kind of see that size right there. I'm not sure. This is a retired hole punch, but I can't remember what kind it is. All right, so what we do is go ahead and pretend like the way it's gonna be, and we close it shut like this. So they're touching together at the top. There's no adhesive on here yet, so we don't want it to be really closed. Then we're gonna take our hole punch through both sides of it, and we're just gonna eyeball and punch and scoot it about an inch. We're not too picky. And punch again. And there we go. Now we go ahead and add our tear tape. You'll need tear tape on the inside of your tags at the end of this one. And then we'll also need tear tape on the bottom. So we'll put just a little bit here, a little bit there. I didn't measure very well, so I have them in two different sizes. All right, then we'll flip it over, and we'll also add the tear tape right now to the bottom on the side that we want showing. So I see I flip this over. This is the bag that we're gonna see now, the coloring. And on both of these ones. Do not remove the backings of this one yet. Wait for that one. And then what we need to do is go ahead and actually add our strings. So I have also the retiring. This is a Flowers of Every Season combo pack, and it has this beautiful twine. Let me see if we can focus in on it a little bit, which is the Misty Moonlight wrapped with white and a little bit of silver. We're gonna use that for our little bag handles. I'm gonna do about 5 inches. So I just measured using my grid sheet down there, cutting it to size. I did 4 inches for my sample one, and I felt like they were just too little. What you could do, and what I did for this one, was I tied knots on the end and then I looped it through. That's just an extra added step if you want it a little bit more secure. If no knots, you could just go ahead and put it through. Almost, there we go. I think that's why I like the knots. It was just easier to move through. So there's that one, and we just loosely have it hanging there for a minute, even though it's pretty long looking. Same thing for this one. Thread it through our hole and thread it through this one. Okay. Again, you have it hang wherever you want, get it to match to the length that you want it to be. That looks pretty good there. All right, here's the fun part. So this piece was 11 by 3, right? Off of a 12 by 12 piece of paper, which gave me a little bit of an inch of leftovers. So this is the leftover from this piece, and we're gonna use it to create like a Band-Aid. So you can't see what it looks like in the inside of our bag. Kind of camouflages it. Again, I'm gonna use my tear tape. Just put it right there on the opposite side that we want to have showing. Remove the tape, the backing of the tape, and just place it right over. Like that. Press down to make sure it's secure. And we've created this really cool Band-Aid where you can't see where the twine is. If you want to, you could trim that up or leave it. The one I didn't leave anything showing. So we'll do it this way so it looks a little bit cleaner. There we go. Oh, sorry to have a little bit there. That's okay. Take my paper snips real quick and trim it now because it'll just be trickier later. Okay. Okay, now we can close up this bag. Again, our tear tape right over here. Remove the backings of each one. Careful, it's super sticky. All right, then we're gonna put this over here and we're gonna carefully line these two edges together. What I like to do is use the score line right here as my guide. Focus, there we go. And press it down on each corner and then smooth it out. There we go. Close it to make sure it looks good. Looks pretty awesome. Okay, now we need our card base back in the view. And I like to have a basic white in the inside. So let me go ahead and add that to it. If you wanted to, you could have stamped this, another saying from the stamp set that you used, or leave it blank. I just like to have a nice clean spot to write when I use color cardstock. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is remove only one side of our backing here. Like that, and we're gonna flip this over and we're gonna line it up on the score here. So we don't want it to be on the score, but just right of it. We're gonna smush this down, we're gonna eyeball it, see it looks about center, and place it down like that. Super. Next, go ahead and remove this backing of this one. And for this step, all we have to do is close the card. And open it back up, and there we have our super cute little bag. And we now can put a gift card in there and give it to someone who is leaving for a trip or is getting ready to graduate. So super cute. And look at these little handles. Oh, you could even hold them by the handles. I mean, I don't recommend like actually putting a lot of things in there, but a super cute bag. Oh my goodness, I just love that one. All right, you guys, I hope you had fun learning how to stamp this one. Again, I know this one's retiring and the stamp set's already gone, but use your favorite or use the upcoming new stamp sets to create a card very similar with this fun fold. All right, you guys, have a wonderful weekend. Happy stamping, everyone. Goodbye.